How did you guys meet?
Well, me and Deontay met about 8 years ago. Today is the last day of our 7th year together. So tomorrow makes 8 whole years of being in a relationship. And we actually met through my sister and his best friend. His best friend is my brother-in-law. They both got married, and we met at church and we met at my house. Actually, the first time I remember seeing Deontay, I remember walking down the stairs coming from the store, and I saw him. He was cutting my little brother's hair, and all I thought was, who in the hell is that? Because he is fine. And so I nodded and gestured to my sister to come follow me to my room, and I was like, Tati, who is that? Because he is fine. Like, he is really fine. And she was like, that's just Deontay. That's Ian's best friend. And he's just real cool. And I was like, well, he is fine. And apparently he heard me. And at that time, he was not necessarily checking for dudes. And so he told Tatiana, don't you tell your brother, don't look at me like that. Because I'm not here for that. And when he said that, I was like, please, he's not that bad. So let him know ain't nobody checking for him no more. And so then we would kind of bicker and fight and play and mess with each other. We didn't like each other. And as time grew, the bickering and fighting became more playful and flirtatious and seductive. And then we planned a rehearsal dinner for my sister and my brother because they got married 8 years ago, about a week ago, or in a few weeks. And he asked my sister for my phone number, and I told her that it was okay for him to have my phone number for that reason. And once we started talking on the phone, it was like instant chemistry, and we just couldn't stop talking to each other. One night we were on the phone with each other until sunrise, and we didn't even realize that we were on the phone with each other that long. And so we ended up admitting to each other that we liked each other, and that was it. We went on one date and we said we were together, and that was June 26th of 2013. And here we are today.
So my version is very similar but very different at the same time. So at that point, like I said, I felt like I was the older brother. You know, you just kind of just swarm and just make sure your people are good. So I had at that point been cutting Jalen's hair, which is the youngest brother, for some time. And Darian had came in the house with some betta fish. Now, mind you, I was like, who is, like, I was just confused. Like, how is this dude just coming in the house, didn't acknowledge himself, and just walked into the room? So from that point, like, we all were just chatting and talking and stuff like that. And it just was like, you know, those awkward silences. It was like one of those awkward silences, and then you hear it, Darian and Tati in the room. Oh, who was that man up in there? And I was like, okay. And at that point, it was just like, okay, can he stop checking for me? I'm just trying to hang out. We're just trying to be cool, friendly, you know, and just keep it at that. Well, fast forwarding from there, we started going to church together. We all attended church together, and we were singing the choir together and had choir rehearsal and stuff like that. And that's where the chemistry really started to grow. And we didn't realize we were just being playful and fun. Like, Darian and Ian always connected like that. They always bicker and fall, like big brother, little brother kind of thing. And so that grew into something deeper. Everybody was like, y'all need to go find a room, because the chemistry was just ridiculous like that. But we didn't recognize that that was the reality of what was going on. So once we planned that party, it was just like we were talking wee hours in the morning. And my intent wasn't to get his phone number to try to hook up or nothing like that. It was literally to try to plan the party. And that's my reality. That was my intent, and that's what I was trying to do. But it really became something else. And it's just like, you just know that something is meant for you because of how it just kind of kept aligning itself up. And for me, it was just like, you know what? This is meant for me. And I'm gonna stop trying to block this blessing. Let's see what's gonna come from it. And look at us now. And we've been the happiest we've ever been. And especially coming out of those bad, just really recognize and realize that everything was destined to happen. Like he was made for me and I was made for him, like legitimately. It's real, but that's what it was. So here we are.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you all for being here today and all of your wonderful patience. Darian and Deontay, today you will receive one of God's greatest gifts, the blessing of a person to share life's journey with, someone to care for, learn with, trust in, grow with, and change with. Darian, do you take Deontay to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding yourself only unto him forevermore? Do you vow to support him, push him, inspire him, and above all, love him for better or worse, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, as long as you both shall live? And do you promise to choose to love him every day in word and in deed, and to do the hard work of making now into always? If so, say I do.
That was a lot. I do.
And no, we don't do one more time, Deontay, do you take Darian to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding yourself only unto him forevermore? Do you vow to support him, push him, inspire him, and above all, love him for better or worse, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, as long as you both shall live? And do you promise to choose to love him every day in word and in deed, and to do the hard work of making now into always? If so, say I do. We have equal rights now.
The way that you talk to me, even when you're not around,
So, to make this official, by the power invested in me and the authority of
genuine
God
love and your
and the state of
energy.
Indiana,
Perhaps
I
it is
now
the way that
pronounce
you
you
smile. I see
husband
you
and
fall.
husband.
I've been waiting my whole life to find someone like you, find someone like you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been waiting my whole life to find someone like you, find someone like you. Baby, I want this to last forever. Baby, I want this. Can we make this last forever?
The one thing I look forward to in the future is to raise a family, have a family of our own, and just break these stereotypes with our family. Just doing the best that we can to be the best people that we can be, and that's going to reflect into the world. And I think it's going to be a good one.
What I look forward to the future is growing our family and building upon the relationship that we already have, and just continuing to grow deeper and deeper in love with each other. I know that we want to have kids, and I know that we want to continue to build upon this amazing house that we just built and accomplished, which has been a feat to say the least. And I look forward to experiencing life with you, to going on vacation and to sitting on the couch and watching TV in our underwear and watching movies, and to going to parties and stunting on these hoes and just living and being with each other and sharing this experience with each other. My love message to Deontay is to say that this has been one heck of a journey getting to this place. And although there are times when we can't stand each other, we want to bust each other upside our heads, respectively, both of us know that we just love each other and love each other very hard. And I want you to know that you are by far the best man that I've ever met in my life. And I appreciate you for all that you are for me, to me, and for our family. I love you, and you're amazing. And I hope you look back on this one day and say, wow. Because I know I'm gonna look back on this day and say, wow.
My love note to you is, ooh, that window brought us closer, baby. And you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, I just feel like with our relationship, man, I would do any and everything for this boy, like legitimately. So, for sure, the love of my life, and I would do anything that I need to do to make sure he's happy at the end of the day.
I've been waiting my whole life to find someone